My name is Carrie and I run the website eatingonadime.com, where we are helping families make delicious, frugal, and time-saving recipes that the entire family will love. And today's recipe is exactly that. It's 5 to 6 ingredients. I say 5 to 6 because technically onions are supposed to be in this recipe, but I left them out today. So today it's just a 5 ingredient recipe that can be thrown together in minutes. Ground beef enchilada casserole. Serve it with a salad. Dinner's done. So let me show you how easy it is to make. The first thing we're starting off with is, oh, it's still a little warm, is ground beef. I have 2 pounds of ground beef right here. I already browned it before I hopped on the video just because watching people brown ground beef is boring. I do have my little chopper, which is nice, that I got from Amazon. First thing we're gonna need, oh, let me get some measuring spoons. So if you want onions in your casserole, you're going to throw those with your ground beef and saute them until they get soft. So you want to brown your beef until it gets pink. I just omitted the onions today, but it's gonna taste great either way. Then we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. I am using my homemade recipe. If you go to eatingonadime.com and type in homemade taco seasoning, it's super easy to make. It tastes way better than the packet stuff. But if you want to use a packet, I will not be upset. You can use a packet of taco seasoning. Don't follow the packet. We don't want to make it saucy because we're going to have sauce with the delicious red enchilada sauce, okay? So now that that's done, if I were cooking it, I would be cooking this to combine, but we're already done with that part. So now we're basically just going to layer. So I'm going to get all my stuff ready to layer into my crock pot. We're going to need to open my cans. I have 2 cans of red enchilada sauce. I'm just using a canned version today. But of course, if you want homemade red enchilada sauce that's delicious, I do actually have a recipe on eatingonadime.com as well. Super easy to throw together to make as well, especially if enchilada sauce is not available in your area. So I'm just going to get this started. Shout out to the left-handed people in the world. For some reason, can openers are difficult. Okay, so we're gonna pop this open. And then I need to shred some cheese. Okay. Now I'm just prepping so we can do our assembly for the casserole. Move that out of the way so you guys can see. I have some sharp cheddar cheese. Mild will work. Oh my goodness, that fly. Honestly, any kind will work. But I prefer not the pre-shredded cheese. I like to shred my own cheese because it melts better. If you use a pre-shredded cheese, it will melt fine, but it tends to be more stringy. So just spend a little bit of extra time since this, oh Carol, it feels good in El Reno. That's awesome. Okay. Trying to make it get cooler weather faster. Exactly right. Guys, if you are craving fall food, guess what? Be watching out for our lives or sign up for our free emails if you haven't yet. Because starting Saturday, it's October 1st, and we're going to do a big Crocktober. If you don't know what Crocktober means, it is crockpot, crockpot cooking all October. We're going to do 31 days of crockpot recipes, and that starts October 1st. So stay tuned on the lives, or when you go to Eating on a Dime, you'll get a pop-up for our emails. We'll be sending you a blast about it, so that way you don't miss out. Okay, now it's time to assemble the easiest part. I'm gonna get a knife as well. Actually, the whole recipe is easy. Who am I kidding, right? Okay, first thing we're gonna do, instead of like spraying our pan with non-stick spray or anything, we're just gonna put a little bit of enchilada sauce on the bottom. Okay, now remember, this is just ground beef enchilada casserole. So we're getting all the flavors of enchiladas, ground beef enchiladas, but in a casserole form. So there's no rolling, there's no getting mad at the tortillas because they broke. It's just simply layering. So we're gonna put corn tortillas at the bottom. Okay. And I just coated the bottom. Then we're going to do half of the ground beef. Actually, I might just use a spoon. That looks like that might be a bad idea. Spilling ground beef all over the place on a video would not be fun. So you're gonna put half your ground beef. Now, if you're really feeling fun, you can completely make this recipe your own. You could add in beans, bell peppers, and stuff like that. In fact, if you want to make this recipe even more budget friendly, just cut the meat in half, only use 1 pound, and then throw in like 2 cans of your favorite beans. So that way you're still getting some protein, but you're not having to spend as much money. Then we're gonna throw in some enchilada sauce. Then some cheese. Gonna have to shred more cheese probably. That's okay. Another layer of tortillas. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these in half. I'm gonna have to get more tortillas out. I don't think I counted them out. Okay. The last set of the beef. So far so good, right? Let me do say some highs to some people. Hey Lori, you're gonna love this recipe. Oh my goodness, Lori from Ohio, she said it's so cold there. That's crazy. Not here. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so now that I have that done, now we're gonna do another layer. Oh, I gotta do my sauce, sorry. We're gonna do enchilada sauce. That's probably good. Some more cheese. Gonna have to shred more. I didn't shred enough. That's what happens when you're me and you don't measure. Anybody else here not a big measurer? My ice maker is from Amazon, for those of you who are asking. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cheese. We're gonna throw in some corn tortillas. It's the last topping, okay? So it's almost like you're making a lasagna, but it's literally just enchiladas, but without all the work. Okay. Now that we did that, we're gonna finish off our enchilada on top. Just a quick drizzle. It's gonna be so good. I love enchilada sauce. Anybody else? Then we're gonna top it with the cheese. Isn't this so fun? There we go, done. Now I'm going to cover this with foil. We're gonna bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about, let me make sure I'm telling you this right, for about 20 minutes. Then we're gonna remove the foil and bake for about 5 to 10 minutes to get the top nice and brown. Dinner's done. That's how easy it can be. Isn't that fun? Simple, easy ways to make this more affordable. I talked about cutting the meat in half and adding beans. The other way would be to add ground turkey, do completely ground turkey instead of ground beef. This is a great recipe where people probably won't know it's ground turkey because you're having lots of sauces and you're having lots of seasonings. Ground turkey tends to be a little bit cheaper than ground beef and healthier. Also, if you would like to, you could do half ground turkey, half ground beef, so 1 pound of each. What happens is when you brown them together, the turkey takes on the flavor of the ground beef, so your family won't really realize that there's turkey in there, but you're getting the health savings and the financial savings. But that's it, guys. Serve this with your favorite salad and dinner is done. Let's talk about how, real quick before we leave, how we can make this recipe multiple different ways, or at least one other way. You can take the exact same idea, but you can use shredded chicken and green enchilada sauce. Everything else would be the exact same. And then you're making a green enchilada casserole, which is also super easy and super delicious and very friendly on the budget. Same recipe, you're just tweaking a little bit of the ingredients to make it your own. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope I inspired you to make something simple with 5 ingredients that's going to taste delicious. All you gotta do is go to eatingonadime.com, search ground beef enchiladas, and this recipe will pull up for you, or just drop the word recipe below and we will send you the full recipe. You guys have a great day and I will see you next time in my kitchen. Bye, friends.